Okay, Valentina, here is your essay we have here. So remember, when you are working on the extended response, there are three things you're trying to do. Number one, you're trying to answer the question. Number two, you are using evidence from the articles. And number three, you're writing at an acceptable grammar level. So these are the three things that you're being judged on as you write your essay. Let me get rid of that last little mark there. Your extended response, excuse me. So let me just walk through and just show you what you've done in terms of those three goals. So you say here both Jennifer Fontaine and Robert Hinosa give good source, but Robert Hinosa is more convincing one. So you do answer the question there. So you've knocked out number one. Then number two, let's look and see if you've used evidences. So you say, you give some information here. You kind of talk about some opinions, teachers who should earn more. So that's good information. Then you go and talk about the average U.S. household. That's good. Then we're going to come down here. Now, I don't have access to the actual prompts that you use to answer this question. But the key thing that I see here that you could definitely improve upon is number two, evidences. You do cite evidences, but I don't see that you are tying it back to the article. So for example, let me move down here. You would say something to the effect of, in Article 1, Hinosa points out blah, 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 blah. So in order to hit number two being here, in order to hit that, you have to be able to point back to where you saw it in the article. And then that's how you tackle using the evidence. And then you also have to throw a line in there that kind of shows how that evidence is superior to other evidence that was used in the other competing articles. So what you're doing is you're saying, number one, you're answering this article is best supported. And then number two, you use evidences to show why. So coming back down here, you might say in Article 2, Hinosa points out a study that shows blah, 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 blah. And then you might come down here further and say, this is stronger than Article 2, which simply uses a opinion. So you see what I'm saying? So again, just to review, number one, you have to answer the question, which you did very well. Number two, you use evidences. But as I read through, I don't really see the evidences pointing back to either the article or the writer of the article. That's going to be important. And then in citing your evidences, you also have to give a sentence or two that says, Article 1 uses this strong statistical data while Article 2 relies upon emotion and opinion. Something like that does a comparison. And then number 3, your grammar. So, a couple misspelled words there. I know you're trying to spell important right there. Making sure that you capitalize the first letter of the sentence. I know you're trying to spell inspire there. I know that's that there. So again, just a couple of those things, but overall, your writing is super, super solid. You should feel very good about what you're able to do. You're right there.